Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about real and apparent depth, and also we will derive a relation between refractive index, real depth and apparent depth. That is, you can see mu is equal to real depth upon apparent depth. So any object when it is placed in a denser medium and it is viewed from a rarer medium, so it appears to be at a lesser depth than its actual depth. So this happens because of the refraction of light. So because of that, any object when it is placed in a denser medium like water or glass and viewed from a rarer medium like air, so its depth appear to be less than its actual depth. The depth that will be viewed from the rarer medium is known as apparent depth, and actual depth is the real depth of the object. Clear? So we will also derive this relation mu is equal to real depth by apparent depth, and as you can see, this is the ray diagram to understand the real and apparent depth and to derive this relation. So in the diagram, O is the object which is placed in a denser medium like water or glass and viewed from a rarer medium. Clear? Two rays of light OA and OB incident on this surface PQ, and when the ray OA strike this surface PQ, normally it will pass undeviated. Second ray which strike this surface PQ obliquely suffers refraction. So we know that ray of light going from denser to rarer medium bend away from normal, so this ray will bend away from normal. Now the image of this object. So image of this object will be formed when we extend this ray in backward direction. So when we extend this ray in backward direction, it will meet at this point I. So that means when we view this object in rarer medium, the image will be seen here, not here. Clear? So this depth from this surface is known as apparent depth, and this is the real depth. OA is the real depth, IA is your apparent depth, and we will see the image of this object which is virtual here. Clear? So this happens because of the refraction of light. Due to the refraction, this object image appear to be at less depth than its real depth. Clear? Now we will derive this relation mu is equal to real depth by apparent depth. So for that, if OA is the incident ray and BN dash is this NN dash is a normal, so the angle between BN dash and OB, this incident ray and normal, is angle of incidence, so this will be I, and angle between this, take this as C. BC and BN will be your, this is refracted ray, this is normal, so this will be angle of refraction R. Clear? Now in this case, this angle and this angle will be equal. How? AO and BN dash are parallel lines, so OB is a transversal line. Clear? So because of that, this angle and this angle will be equal, so OBN dash and AOB will be equal, which is equal to I. Similarly, CBN, that means BN and IA dash, they both are parallel, so in that case IB is a transversal line, so this angle CBN and AIB will also be equal. So if this is R, so this will also be R. So first step that you will do for deriving this relation is to draw the ray diagram, then to write that how these two angles R and this R is equal and how these two angles are equal. Clear? So I hope this is clear to you. So directly I am writing that angle CBN and angle this AIB is equal because IB is a transversal line. So therefore angle, first for right I am writing this angle. Clear? AOB, OBN dash will be equal to angle AOB, and that will be equal to I. Clear? Why? Because AO and BN dash is a parallel line, so OB is a transversal line, so because of that AOB and OBN dash will be equal to I. Similarly, we have angle AIB and CBN also equal, so we can write CBN equal to angle AIB, and this is equal to R. I is the angle of incidence, R is the angle of refraction. Now we will find out the value of sin I and sin R, because refraction, if we want to derive a relation for refractive index, and we know that using Snell's law refractive index is sin I by sin R, for that we need the value of sin I and sin R. So first we'll find out the value of sin I. For that we will select this triangle AOB. We'll choose these two triangles, this triangle AIB for finding sin R, AOB for finding sin I. Clear? So first, and both the triangle are right angle triangle, because in both the cases this angle is 90 degrees. So this is perpendicular and this will be the hypotenuse. So in right angle triangle, triangle AOB, we have sin I equal to AB upon OB, perpendicular by hypotenuse. So this is perpendicular, this is hypotenuse, so AB upon OB. Now similarly in right angle triangle AIB, we have this will be equal to AB upon IB. So sin R will be equal to AB upon IB. Clear? Now using the Snell's law, we know that the refractive index of air with respect to medium will be your sin I by sin R. So in that case we can write using Snell's laws, we have refractive index of air with respect to medium is equal to sin I by sin R. Sin I value we had got AB upon OB, and sin R we had got AB upon IB. So this will become AB and AB will cancel out, IB will go in the numerator, OB will come in the denominator. So this will become equal to IB upon OB. So refractive index of air with respect to medium is IB upon OB. So refractive index of medium with respect to air will be OB upon IB, because they are reciprocal to each other. Now we have, if in this case when we view this object, so because of understanding the ray diagram, we show that these two rays are separated at some distance, but actually they are very close to each other, such that these two rays fall on your eye simultaneously. So the distance is very less. It's only because to understand the ray diagram it is represented at some distance. So in that case B will look like very close to A. So when B is very close to A, so OB will become equal to OA and IB will become equal to IA, in which case when B is very close to A. So when B is very close to A, so in that case OB will become equal to OA and IB will become equal to IA, and therefore A mu M will become equal to OB. In place of OB we will write OA, and in place of IB we can write IA. Clear? Now what is OA? OA is the real depth and IA is the apparent depth. So that means we had got this will be equal to real depth and IA is your apparent depth. Clear? So this is the relation. OB means refractive index of medium with respect to air is your real depth by apparent depth. Also from here we can say that real depth will be equal to apparent depth will be equal to real depth upon A mu M. Apparent depth, if you write A mu m is equal to real by apparent, so apparent depth will become equal to real depth upon A mu m. Now this distance OI is known as shift. Because of the refraction, object placed in the denser medium viewed from rarer medium, image of the object is shifted this distance. So this distance is known as shift, and the shift is the difference of real depth and apparent depth. So we can write the shift as shift will be equal to the real depth minus apparent depth. Clear? So now apparent depth we had got just now, this will be equal to real depth by A mu m. So we can write this as real depth minus this will be equal to real depth divided by A mu m. So in that case, see, my ink is over of this pen. So in this case, this will become real depth by A mu m. So it will take real depth common. So this will become real depth, and this will become 1 minus 1 upon A mu m. So this is equal to your shift. Clear? So shift is the difference of real and apparent depth. Also shift is equal to real depth if we take common 1 minus 1 upon A mu m. So this is how we'll derive this relation for proving mu is equal to real depth by apparent depth. What you have to do, first you have to draw the ray diagram correctly. So for that you draw a surface PQ, take an object, draw two lines, one straight which will pass normal to the surface, take one incident, strike normal obliquely to the surface, show refraction, drawing the normal, join this ray in backward direction. Now start naming the angle. This will be I, this will be I, this will be R, and this will be R. Then to derive the relation, prove that how this I and this I is equal, how this R and this R is equal. Then select the two triangles AOB and AIB. In that those two triangles, find out sin I and sin R. Apply Snell's law, find out sin I upon sin R, and then you will get the relation very clearly. In that case, when you will write B is close to A, OB will become equal to OA and IB will become equal to IA. So this is how you will get the relation, and a very important relation. Most of the time in the examination it is asked. Now the shift that we had got is depending on three factors. So it depends on the refractive index. The shift, it depends on the refractive index of the medium. Higher the refractive index, more will be the shift. Second, it depends on the thickness. What will be the thickness of the medium? So if thickness is more will be the shift. And third is the dependence on wavelength. That means it depends on the wavelength or the color of light. So it decreases with the increase in wavelength of light used. Like for red color, we know that it will have the maximum wavelength. So because of that, the shift will be minimum for red light, and it will be maximum light for violet color. The shift will be more because the wavelength of violet light is less. So in that case, in this case, the shift will increase. Clear? So these are the three factors on which the shift depends. So I hope this topic is clear to you, and go through the topic, try to draw the diagram in rough copy, derive the relation. If you find difficulty, then you can clear your doubt with me. Thank you.